okay. Kind of sudden ending, but that was kind of hot. Thoroughly enjoyed that game. Even though I think it's kind of bullshit how you just whooped Alex's ass like that, but I reserve my judgment, but that's just my opinion. But gameplay wise, it was hot. I mean, I like the fact that they changed a lot from the first game, and they cut out all the side bullshit with the races and shit and just focused more on the stories, made the cutscenes more cinematic. I like that. Maybe because they had more money behind it this time when they was making it rather than just making that first game, you know. But it was hot. Music, I think, besides that one song, I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but it was alright for what the game was, you know. Gameplay wise was really good. I like all the different changes in stories. One thing I did not like about it, and I was kind of unnerved, but like I remember how like in part 1, as Alex Mercer, you were hijacking anything just because you felt like it, you know. Whereas in this, they kind of only gave you vehicles to do missions on. They didn't let you just do it whenever you could do it, except until you got like the whip fist. I've seen a couple times in the game. I didn't even know you could do it once you got it, but or at least, you know, maybe I just wasn't pressing the grab button when I was near a vehicle. So I mean, maybe, I don't know, but I liked it. It was really good. I hope they make a third one. I don't see how they can, but the story ain't over. You know, you didn't really beat Black Watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's more conspiracy people out there who want to use the virus to their own ends or make a new virus, make a new strain of it. Who knows? But I'm hoping they make a third one. I kind of want to see Alex Mercer come back because he was such of a badass at the end. I mean, he was pulled like a straight supervillain move. I mean, what do you do with power? I mean, really, take over the whole fucking world. That was hot. Loved that whole storyline about him going around infecting people and shit and trying to spread the virus out to the world and take that shit over. Loved that shit. That was like my favorite part of the whole game, was fighting those infected people and fucking them up. But I just don't see how like one dude can beat the other dude who has experience behind him. Because I mean, it's been like a year since the first game. So as Alex Mercer, you know, you went around and did more shit. He was more powerful than you because you got more powers in part 1 than you ever got in this shit. So like you had the armor and all these other different passive abilities and shit. So he was stronger than you at the end of the game. And on top of it, he has a year's worth of experience developing, you know, his powers and I can say powers, but you know, just the experiencing. Well, he had a year worth of developing his powers and furthering his experience. There we go. I'm gonna say that within consuming and using his abilities and knowing yourself and what you're capable of. So he was far above, you know, Heller at the end of the game as far as like being how badass and how powerful you are. So Heller, yeah, okay, I went around absorbing all this shit, but you're still at the end of the day weaker than Alex Mercer. So that's what I didn't like. He should not have won that fight. Now, if he was just as strong, I mean, then yeah, then I would give it to him. But it seemed like they only had him win that fight because they had to have you beat the boss at the end of the game. Because otherwise, he shouldn't have got beaten. Because he was just, you know, too strong for you to fight. I mean, anything you can do, he could do better and more. So he should not have won. And it wasn't the fact that he was overconfident, like he didn't, like, you exploited a weakness of his. No, it was like you just went up there and whooped his ass. So I was like, you know, maybe if you exploited some kind of weakness he had, or he did a move or something and he felt that he was arrogant as shit when he did it, and you caught him slipping and then killed him, then yeah, I can understand that. But that's not how it went down. But they had to end the game some kind of way, so I'm not really upset about it or anything like that. It was just, I was kind of, you know, knew it was going to happen because, I mean, you have to beat the boss. They ain't going to have you play through the whole game and then have Alex Mercer, you know, have you put up a good fight but lose. I mean, I would have respected this game a whole lot more if it did that. It would be ranked up there in, like, my top 10 of video games, but most games don't do that. I mean, only real franchise that do some shit like that is, like, you know, Mass Effect. But game was hot though. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I think if I had to give a recommendation on it, definitely is a must buy. You know, for anybody who likes action adventure games or I mean, people with superpowers, I mean, just like part one, it's the only game out there where you could just go around and feel like you're fucking God. I've only had like 2 other games do that. And that was Prototype 1, you just felt like you was a badass fighting tanks and helicopters and shit the whole game. Nothing could stop you at the end of the game. And then Advent Rising, where you were, you know, God, and you had the powers at the end of the game, and you were badass as shit and could nothing hurt you. That's how powerful you were. This game makes you feel like you're powerful as shit. Like you can just go in a situation and just destroy everything, and can't nobody stop you. And I love that feeling, because this is like the only game where you have it like that on this scale, where you're fighting, you know, it makes you feel like you're fighting an army. You know, part one, you kind of had that feeling more, because it was pretty much, you were fighting more vehicles. I noticed in this, they didn't really send strike teams out to you like that. If they were, it was like 2 or 3 helicopters. Well, like in part one, they sent multiple strike teams at you and shit, so part one, it felt more like it. But this game is like, if you ever wanted to know what like it feels like to be the Incredible Hulk, I mean, you know, where you just doing something, just wrecking armies, and you just doing all, you know, kicking ass and all that shit, buy this game. You know, that's what this game is gonna give you. Maybe not so much in the beginning, but as you play through, you will definitely experience that. But I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing this game. This game was, in my opinion, you know, in my structure of grading games, I mean, I don't have no number scale or anything, but this game was the shit. I give it that. This game was the shit. And I mean, if you're a fan of action games, and you know, like I said before, I mean, buy it. I mean, it's that good. It has a nice length to it. I've been playing it for pretty much 4 or 5 hours every day, and I think I, you know, started playing it like 2 or 3 days ago. You know, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, you know, when I started playing it, and I think today is, you know, Sunday night. When I Sunday night, what time is it? It's Monday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I've been playing it pretty much 5 or 6 hours every day for the past 3 or 4 days. And I mean, so it has a nice length to it. It ain't like a short 6-hour game like a first-person shooter. It's probably like, you know, 18, 20-hour game. I mean, and I didn't even do all the side missions and stuff like that, because I felt I didn't need to do them, because it's, I mean, just give me passive powers. But you know, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm kind of curious to see where they're gonna take DLC. After watching that ending, I mean, because they said they was gonna have DLC for the game. So I don't know if it's gonna be like I can't see them having like a follow up to the story, because it kind of just ended. Maybe they're gonna have you deal with Blackwatch and DLC. I don't know. Maybe, you know, maybe one of Alex's crew lived and you got to go hunt them, or you know, or maybe you go deal with. I mean, I'm assuming that the black dude, they never said it in the game, but I'm assuming he was the chick from part one's second son. But you know, because they were so interested in the girl and her DNA and everything what Alex was talking about, so that's why I'm assuming that she was just like, you know, the chick in part one, where her body could accept the virus and mutate it, and you know, give it its own form, you know, and do whatever it wants with it. So I mean, that's why Alex needed his daughter and not just, you know, the chick next to him, you know, or anybody else. So, but it was hot though. I mean, I really enjoyed it. But anyway, but I'm rambling. If you're a fan of action games, buy this game. If you're not, I mean, rent it. I mean, it's that good. Rent it, play it for a weekend. I mean, you will definitely get your fun factor out of it. That game was badass as shit though. My only gripe is I want to be Alex Mercer. I mean, because I'm a huge fan of him. It's like I want to play as him. You know, maybe like, let's say like if they did DLC, like you play like playing a game from Alex's perspective. I mean, that's hot. I loved him as a character, and I love the fact that they made him into a supervillain. That shit was hot. My only next step is I want to play him and do that storyline as the game. I want to take over the world, as you know. That would be hot. But I don't know. I didn't kind of like how Heller became a pussy at the end. You know, I can understand because he had a daughter and everything, but it was just like him not killing that one dude and everything. That was like, and him not killing the chick, and it was just like, come on, man, you've been killing people like the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Why would you get soft now? But I don't know, maybe that's because he was human at first. I mean, I know in part one, Alex Mercer was going around killing everybody. The only real person that he really saved was was Dana. But that's because he didn't know shit. I mean, once he found out that he wasn't Alex Mercer, I mean, he just kind of just like, he said, fuck that bitch. You know, you never went back to and talked to her again. So, but game was hot. If you like action games, buy it. If you don't, rent it. You know, but you would definitely enjoy it though. Anyway, thanks for watching this Let's Play. We'll be doing a whole lot more, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hit me up with a like and comment if you feel like it. You know, bug me down in the comment box about how much, you know, you liked or hated my rambling during the games and all that shit. You know, because I get like no comments on my videos and nothing like that, except a rare few. There's like there's a few subs that I have that I remember their names. You know, just because they've been commenting on my videos a whole lot, but. Also, liking, you know, I ain't gonna say like me on Twitter, but, you know, follow me on Twitter. It give me a reason to use it. I think I have like 2 or 3 people following me right now. So, I mean, you can jump on there, ask me questions, you know, about games or even just about me in general, or about my setup. I mean, if you guys want me to make a setup video, I will make a setup video showing you my setup and how I record, process, and all my render settings, like, you know, like some YouTubers do. I could do that too. That's no problem. So, I mean, you know, let me know. Bug me, you know, talk to me on Twitter. Give me a reason to use it. I want to be on there using it, but don't, you know, I don't talk to nobody that's on there now. But I mean, I try to put up updates as far as like when I'm uploading on Twitter. I'll be like, you know, I'll put up a post saying, hey, I'm uploading Prototype 2 today. You know, so, you know, to let you guys know that I'm uploading, you know, and what I'm uploading too. So, I mean, so it's like I want people to follow me in there like they follow other YouTubers and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see more. I'm out.